Hi, this is Sherry Veronica, and your central bank governor Haynes is in the news again trying to get you to invest in private pension schemes. Okay, as a particular set of people living in Barbados, you experienced the worst of human nature ever to be perpetrated on a particular race. You experienced slavery, chattel slavery. Now you have to up the game for it to work in your benefit. No private pension schemes. That is not going to work in your benefit. Listen to me for a minute. You cannot wait for the monarchy to come to their senses and pay reparations, which will see every Barbadian or everyone who was born in Barbados or came from the era of slavery and still lives in Barbados. You should really be getting maybe, let's say, $1 million every year as part of your reparations until you die. $1 million each person every year until you die. Let's say that in your mind, in the back of your mind, you're hoping that will happen. That's just hope. That's just hope. You can't wait for that. What you can look at is the profits companies make. Look at who you're working for. If you are working for an insurance company like Sagicor and ICBL and all those big companies that they actually list in your newspaper the profits they have made, who are they making those profits from? You. They're making the profits off your hard work and off your heads. That's who they're making the profits from. If you're working for any bank, if you're working for Mark Maloney, if you're working for any person in Barbados who sees themselves as the 3 percentile, who sees themselves as the bosses, the Birchcombe and all those people, if you are working for that 3% of the people who are running things in Barbados, you do not need to talk about private pension schemes. What you need to do is you need to share in the profits. Okay? You can do it. You need to share in the profits. When they get up in the newspaper and talk about making $500 million in profit, that's what you need to share in. They need to share it with you. How can you do it? Yes, it takes a little organization, but part of that organization includes transparency. You have to be transparent. You have to be outspoken. You have to be seen in the news. You have to quote history. You have to remind the people of their history, and you have to talk about a future. If you're having children, you have to talk about a future, the future. Okay? So when you're talking out these things and you are assembling and you are coming together, you're organizing, you don't want to pay into no pension scheme. You want to share in the profits as you rightly should. If you are contributing to a company for them to make enough to become millionaires, and what? You are going back and living in a house that has rotten floors and has windows that need to be fixed and your car is not working. No, you need to talk about sharing in the profits of these particular companies that you're working for. Okay? Get to it. You have to up the game for it to work in your benefit. You cannot relate, or you cannot rely, and you cannot try to estimate when reparations will come your way. That's a far way off. Right now, you can organize yourselves to share in profits that these big companies make, and then they show off and they throw it out in your faces that they've made all of this money from you, from your work. Share in profits. Make sure that after you've listened to me, form a little club. Get together. You can do it. You do not need to pay into any scheme. What you need to do is, if you are working and the company you are working for is making a generous amount of profits at the end of the year, you must make sure that a portion of that is evenly divided between the owners and the workers. You must share in profits. Remember that. Profits, profit sharing, profit sharing, profit sharing. No to pension schemes. No to pension schemes. Yes to profit sharing. You have to get to the point where you can look your employer in the eye and say, you are making money off our work. You need to share it. It needs to be shared. This is Veronica.